Welcome everyone to the deep dive. Today, we're really getting into something fascinating. It's a philosophy, really, that's changed how entire industries work.
Yeah, that.
We're talking about the Toyota way. Now, you probably associate Toyota with, efficiency, quality cars.
Sure, that's a surface level.
But what we found digging into this, it goes so much deeper than just a set of tools for manufacturing. It's this whole system where, like, every problem becomes a chance to learn, and people, not just the assembly line, are really the core engine. Okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah, absolutely. And our source for this dive, it's mainly a really detailed presentation from Dr. Jeffrey K. Liker. He's a top expert on the Toyota way on lean thinking.
Right.
And it's crucial right up front to get this isn't just about building cars. It's a management philosophy you can apply almost anywhere. Factories, sure, but hospitals too, software development, you name it.
Any place trying to be better, essentially.
Pretty much. Any place trying to, do more with less effectively.
So our mission today is pretty clear. We want to pull out the key insights, maybe some surprising bits, and the real practical wisdom from Dr. Laker's work. The goal isn't just to tell you what lean is, because you might have heard the term. It's about understanding why it actually works.
And how it keeps shaping success.
Exactly. So we'll look at where it came from, the core ideas, and this crucial point that it's a journey. Always improving, never really done.
Always ongoing.
Okay, let's start at the beginning, because Toyota's origins are actually pretty surprising. It wasn't cars.
No, not at all.
It was looms, weaving looms. You've got Sakichi Toyoda described as a poor carpenter's son who invents this automatic loom.
And the key thing.
Was it stopped itself instantly if a thread broke. Think about that for the time.
Revolutionary, really.
It was this early seed of building quality at the source. Jidoka, they call it. Automation with a human intelligence.
That's the one. And that spirit, that focus on innovation for society got passed down. Sakichi apparently told his son, Kichiro.
Oh, the quote, yeah.
Yeah, something like, everyone should tackle some great project. I did looms. Now it's your turn. Do something that benefits society.
Wow, that's quite a legacy to hand down.
Isn't it? And that mindset directly led Kichiro Toyoda to found Toyota Automotive in 1937. He had this big vision.
And it was a really interesting vision adapting Ford's system, right? But Ford was all about massive scale.
Exactly. Kichiro needed to work for smaller production runs, which was Japan's reality then.
So that constraint, needing smaller batches, actually forced innovation.
It really did. It laid the groundwork for just in time. He actually said, I plan to cut down on the slack time. I will uphold the just-in-time approach.
Cutting the slack time, that sounds simple, but it's profound.
And then Taiichi Ono, from the 40s through the 70s, he's the one who really built and codified the Toyota production system, TPS, based on those ideas.
Okay, so Ono really operationalized it.
You could say that. Then fast forward, the 1973 oil shock hits.
Right, the energy crisis.
And suddenly, the world sees Japan, particularly Toyota, weathering the recession much better. TPS gets a lot of attention.
People started asking, what are they doing differently?
Precisely. And later milestones like the NEMMI venture with GM in '84.
Where they basically turned around a failing GM plant using TPS.
Showed it could be taught, transferred. And then the book, The Machine That Changed the World in 1990, that's what really coined the term lean production for a wider audience.
Got it. So lean becomes the shorthand. But what does it really mean beyond just making things?
Fundamentally, it's about doing more with less. It's building an organization that's not just efficient, but also, healthy, agile, resilient.
Adaptable, able to survive shocks.
Exactly, whatever the industry. So the first answer to what is lean is really about waste elimination.
Okay.
Systematically finding and getting rid of waste. Muda is the Japanese term from your processes.
Muda, yeah.
Anything that adds cost or time, but no value from the customer's perspective. The goal is to shorten that lead time from order to delivery.
So non-value added, pure waste. These are the things hiding in plain sight, right?
Totally.
Like sorting through stuff, waiting around for approvals or parts, always looking for tools.
Moving things more than needed, endless filing, fixing mistakes.
Rework, yeah. Stuff the customer definitely isn't paying for.
And these types of waste, these mudas, they pop up everywhere. Let's use healthcare. It makes it really clear it's not just factories.
Good idea.
So overproduction in healthcare. Maybe duplicate charting, unnecessary reports nobody reads.
Printing stuff that just piles up.
Inventory. Obsolete supplies, expired meds, stacks of unused forms. Defects, the big scary ones. Medication errors, surgical mistakes, wrong billing.
critical stuff.
Overprocessing, taking patient info you already have,
Mm.
redundant data entry,
Okay.
waiting. Oh, this is huge. Patients waiting for appointments, for results, staff waiting for equipment, even waiting for slow computers.
We've all been there.
And movement.
Hmm.
Staff walking miles, hunting for supplies, looking for charts, searching for patients.
It paints a picture, doesn't it? All these little inefficiencies adding up.
They really do.
Mm.
And it leads to this powerful idea from the source material.
Which is?
The most important people are the people that touch the product, or the customer. The rest of us exist to set them up for success.
Wow. That flips the traditional pyramid, doesn't it?
Completely. It's a servant leadership model, almost.
In your experience, how hard is it for companies to truly embrace that idea of supporting the front line?
Oh, it's incredibly difficult. It challenges traditional power structures, egos. Middle managers might feel threatened. Leadership needs real humility.
Requires a massive cultural shift.
Huge.
Yeah.
And it's not just saying it, it's living it. Which actually brings us neatly to the bigger framework.
The 4 Ps.
Exactly. The 4 Ps of the Toyota way. This is where you see it's not just tools, it's an integrated system and a mindset.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting. So the 4 Ps are philosophy, process, people and partners, and problem solving.
That's the framework. It shows how everything connects. So the first P, philosophy, this is the bedrock. It's about having a long-term vision, even if it means sacrificing short-term financial gains sometimes.
Like thinking generations ahead, almost.
In a way, yeah. Toyota's mission isn't just profit, it's serving society, serving customers through quality, contributing to the economy, ensuring team member well-being, and then its own growth.
And you see this in action. That Tundra truck example from 08-09 is
It
amazing.
really is. Sales dropped 40%, recession, gas prices.
Huge drop. Most companies, layoffs immediately.
Right, Toyota. They did a 3-month production shutdown and went to half rate. But, and this is the key, no long-term team members were laid off.
None. So what did they do?
They invested that time in training, in Kaizen continuous improvement activities, sharpening skills, fixing processes.
Investing in people even when sales are down. That takes serious commitment to a long-term philosophy.
It does. And it's crucial because it gives you time. Time to develop the lean system without needing instant ROI on everything. Time to carefully pick and develop your people who they see as their most vital resource.
Okay.
And it allows for real root cause problem solving, for organizational learning. This is why so many companies fail at lean, you see.
How so?
They just grab the tools, focus only on quick wins, short-term results. They miss the foundational philosophy P.
It sounds like without that long-term view, lean just becomes projects, not a real transformation.
That's a good way to put it. It stays superficial. You get some benefits, maybe, but you don't build that deep resilience, that culture of continuous improvement. You haven't built the trust.
Right, that makes sense. So if philosophy is the foundation, how does that translate into the day-to-day? That brings us to the second P, process. This is where eliminating waste gets real.
Exactly. And you can picture the difference, can't you? Before lean, often chaotic, stuff piled up, confusing workflow.
Spaghetti diagrams.
Yeah. Versus the ideal in lean, aiming for smooth, one-piece flow, building right to customer demand, which is tack time.
Tack time, that's the rhythm, right? The pace you need to produce to meet customer orders.
Precisely. If an order comes in every minute, your tack time is 1 minute. You need to finish 1 unit every minute.
Okay. So how do you get there? Where do you start?
Always start with understanding the current condition. You have to map out how things work now, analyze it, get the data. No guesswork.
Go see, ask why, show respect, the Gemba principle.
Absolutely. Go to the actual place the work happens. Then often they'll use a model line approach.
A pilot project.
Kind of. You pick one specific value stream, maybe for 3 to 6 months, and you focus your learning there. You start with a clear problem you want to solve and a vision for a better future state.
Like that example from the presentation, the heavy equipment plant in China, focusing on boom fabrication.
Perfect example. Their current state was messy. No level schedule, MRP just pushing out parts, creating tons of inventory and overtime.
The worst combo.
Right. Lead time was 10 days just to get the boom ready for assembly. Quality feedback was slow. The layout wasn't efficient.
Why pick the boom specifically?
Because it was self-contained, a manageable scope to start with, but it was causing lots of problems downstream. A key bottleneck.
Okay, makes sense. So what was their goal?
The future state goals were ambitious. A level daily schedule, pull system, using Kanban.
Those visual signals, like only make or move something when the next step signals it needs it.
Exactly. Pull, don't push. They aim to cut lead time from 10 days down to 4, improve quality feedback using an and-on system.
The light board thing, so everyone sees a problem instantly.
Yes, and increase production using less floor space. And they tracked it all, lead time, inventory, first pass quality, and made huge strides.
Wow, and underpinning all these process changes is standardized work.
Crucial. It's not about rigid rules. It's about defining the current best-known method for doing a task safely, efficiently, with high quality, and without waste.
So everyone does it the best way, consistently.
Right. And it becomes the baseline. You can't improve a process that isn't standardized because everyone's doing it differently. Tools like the standardized work chart map out the steps, times, key points. The work element sheet details the how and why for critical steps.
Like that car rental bus route example detailing every step for consistency and safety.
Exactly, that kind of detail. It establishes the standard, then you look for Kaizen opportunities.
Okay, another example mentioned was Donnelly Mirrors. Well, it sounds like they were in rough shape.
Oh, they were. Early 90s. No profit for years. Quality was terrible, like 27,000 defects per million parts.
27,000, that's a lot.
It meant 6 weeks just sorting bad parts for Honda. Paint quality was low. Shipping costs were high due to expediting high turnover, union drives. Really struggling.
So lean transformation.
Big time. By 99.
Yeah.
Profitable. Quality down to just 44 ppm parts per million. Paint yield way up. Lead time slashed from almost 30 days to about 8.5. Inventory turns way better.
That's a massive turnaround. It shows what's possible when you really commit to the process side.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When the philosophy drives disciplined process improvement.
Which leads us perfectly into the third P, people and partners. And the source material is emphatic here. This is the heart and soul of the Toyota way.
Couldn't agree more. And culture is central here. The material references Edgar Schein's model. You have the visible artifacts like tools and charts.
What you see.
Then the stated norms and values.
What they say.
And then the deepest level, the underlying assumptions, the often unconscious beliefs that really drive behavior. That's the core of culture.
And Toyota's culture has so many influences, right? Japanese group identity, samurai discipline, Zen, even Deming and Henry Ford.
It's a real blend. But at its heart, regarding people is this respect partnership idea.
Okay, what does that mean in practice?
It's a two-way street. The company commits to stable employment, good conditions. Employees commit their efforts to the company's goals.
Mutual commitment.
Exactly. The belief is that prosperity for the company and satisfaction for the employee are achieved together through continuous improvement.
It's not us versus them.
Not at all. And this leads to maybe the most critical insight of the whole philosophy.
Which is?
Culture and people are the primary source of competitive advantage. Think about it.
Okay.
Products. Competitors can copy them. Equipment, they can buy it. Business models can be imitated. Even patents expire.
Right.
But a deep-seated culture built on respect, trust, continuous learning, empowerment that is incredibly hard, maybe impossible to replicate.
So the people are the advantage.
Yes. The source says people are your only appreciating assets. Their value grows through their creativity, their passion, their commitment, their problem-solving skills.
Appreciating assets, I like that.
Right.
Unlike machines that depreciate.
Precisely. And Toyota actively cultivates this by expecting everyone to identify problems and suggest improvements. It's part of the job description, essentially.
That focus on everyone solving problems brings us to the fourth P, problem solving. This is where continuous improvement and learning really happen. And there's a fascinating contrast here.
Between the traditional view and the Toyota view.
Yeah. Traditional Western view often sees a problem as, someone messed up. The cause is the individual, they're responsible, maybe they get blamed.
Finger pointing.
Right, but the Toyota view, a problem is a deviation from standard. The root cause is usually in the system or the process.
And therefore?
And therefore, management is ultimately responsible for fixing the system.
That's a huge shift. But wait, if you always blame the system, doesn't that remove individual accountability? How do they balance that?
That's the clever part. It's not about removing accountability, it's about shifting the focus. Individuals are empowered, actually, expected to highlight problems, to pull the end-on cord, to ask for help, without fear of blame.
Ah, okay. So it encourages surfacing problems, not hiding them.
Exactly. And problem-solving skills are taught to everyone. Accountability shifts to management to create robust systems and provide support. So when responsibility moves from blame to systemic improvement, you unlock collective learning.
Makes sense. This ties into Gemba management, right? Taichi Ono's idea.
Yeah. Observe the production floor. Repeat why 5 times to every matter. Go see. Ask why.
The famous 5 whys.
A simple but really powerful tool to drill down past symptoms to the root cause, like that email system example.
Right. Walk us through that.
Okay. Problem. Employees are frustrated with the email system. Why? They don't understand all the functions. Why? Training was inadequate. They didn't get enough input. Why? The IS manager planned it poorly. Why? The manager didn't get clear direction or training himself. Why? The company lacks effective internal processes for projects like this. Why? Ultimately, senior management hasn't fostered a supportive work culture for this kind of planning and execution.
Wow. So you from the technical glitch.
All the way up to senior management culture and process.
That shows how a small issue can reveal deep systemic gaps. It's not just fix the email.
Exactly. And the key is finding a correctable root cause. The mistake many make with 5 whys is stopping too early.
Like blaming the operator.
Or just saying, poor design. That doesn't give you something concrete to fix in the system. Effective analysis gets to something like, there was no error-proofing device, or the standard work wasn't clear. Something you can actually change.
A system fix, not just blaming a person.
Right. And the engine driving all this problem-solving is the PDCA cycle. Plan, Do, Check, Act.
A Deming cycle.
The core of lean thinking. Plan the change, do it, often on a small scale first, check the results, act on what you learned, either standardize the change or adjust and try again.
And the danger of skipping steps, right?
Yeah.
That just get it done mentality.
Totally. Jumping from problem straight to solution without the plan, and especially without the check and act, means you don't really learn or confirm if your solution worked.
You might just be implementing another temporary fix.
Could be. And to communicate all this problem-solving work, there's the A3 report.
Ah, yes, the single sheet of paper.
Named after the paper size, A3. It forces you to concisely summarize the problem, the analysis, like the 5 whys, the proposed countermeasures, the plan, and the follow-up, all visually on one page.
Powerful tool for communication, getting alignment, making decisions quickly. So you've got the philosophy, the processes, the people, the problem solving, but keeping it all going. That takes serious effort, even for Toyota.
Right. The source material talks about entropy, doesn't it?
Yeah, the natural tendency for things to degrade over time. Gains fade if you don't actively maintain them. It's like weeding a garden without pulling the roots. The weeds just come back.
So continuous improvement isn't just about making things better. It's also a constant fight against things slipping backward.
You need constant positive energy, as the source puts it, just to maintain the gains, let alone make new ones. It's never really finished.
It's a journey. And the presentation outlines 3 phases of how organizations typically go through this lean deployment journey.
Right. Phase 1 is often apply and teach tools. It's usually expert-driven, maybe project-based, focus on fixing specific things.
Kaizen events or workshops.
Exactly. You get results, people learn some tool, but it often doesn't stick. It's not self-sustaining because it hasn't changed the underlying management system or culture deeply yet.
Okay, so what's phase 2?
Management-led lean. Here, local managers start taking ownership. They might make periodic adjustments, run their own improvement activities. It's better. It can slow down that entropy.
Right.
But it often leads to sort of episodic improvement, bursts of activity, then maybe things level off. It's not yet that truly continuous flow involving everyone.
So the ideal is phase 3.
Phase 3. Aligned continuous improvement. This is the vision, maybe never fully achieved, but it's the goal. It's continuous activity by everyone, every day, aligned with the big business goals. Leaders act as coaches, mentors, developing people's capability.
Wow. That sounds like a different way of operating entirely.
It is, and it requires a lifelong commitment, really embedding it into the organization's DNA.
So, pulling it together, what are the key points for the journey?
Strive for mastery, not just competence. You have to intertwine process improvement and people development that go together.
Can't just focus on one.
Nope. And be patient with the people side.
Hmm.
The source says people development takes at least 10 times longer than process changes.
10 times. That requires serious long-term thinking.
It does. And finally, you need to provide challenges and support for people to grow. That's how you unlock that appreciating asset.
Okay. And the overall critical success factors boil down to?
Disciplined problem solving, real cross-functional teamwork, detailed planning with that long-term vision, visual communication and accountability, PDCA thinking everywhere, and ultimately aiming for perfection.
Knowing you won't reach it, but always striving.
That's the spirit.
Well, that's been an incredibly rich deep dive. The Toyota way. It really is so much more than efficiency tools. It's this dynamic philosophy, deeply understanding how people, process, and purpose connect.
Mm.
It's about building organizations that are not just lean, but truly resilient, adaptable, always learning.
Yeah. And maybe a final thought for you, the listener,
Hmm.
to take away. Consider how these ideas, especially that when people are your only appreciating assets, how that really challenges conventional business thinking.
Hmm.
If you were to genuinely invest in teaching problem-solving skills to everyone in your organization, empowering them to see and fix issues right where they happen, just imagine what kind of potential, what kind of innovation that might unleash.
That's a powerful question to ponder. What could that look like in your world? Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive today. We hope you find ways to apply some of this thinking wherever you work or whatever you do.